7 points of the 25 came off of his fingertips. Tyler Davis was the key offensively for A&M. A&M, though, missed its last 10 three-point shots that it attempted. That's good defense by Alabama, but you got to get away from shooting three-point shots and start driving the lane a little bit and trying to utilize your interior presence.
Both offenses have started very late in the shot clock through the entire first half.
And here we are again.
Yes. 6 on the shot clock. Tyler Davis. And he's able to draw the foul. I thought you told the officials they were not allowed to call fouls in the second half.
A good drive by Tyler Davis that time, and a clear reach on the arms will get him to the free throw line. Very productive first half when you look at the 8 points, 7 rebounds. Did a lot of work on offensive putbacks. And the free throw line continues to be a place that A&M does not want to be today. They are now 3 of 11 from the free throw line. As a team, Tom. Think about that. 4 of 12.
One of the things that Avery Johnson talked to us about before the game, how do you end a skid for a team? How do you find more efficiency? He said, I'm not going to worry about the game as a whole as much as compete every 4-minute segment, win every 4-minute segment. Well, they tied 2 of them. They lost 2 of them. And that one will count. Tyler Davis gets the bucket. He's got 10 now.
Really good pass from DJ Hogue as Tyler Davis sprinted down the middle of the lane, and defensive transition poor that time for the tie.
Davis 5 of 7 from the floor. Aggies by a deuce. Ingram with 3 on the shot clock. Colin Sexton got up high to find it. Now he's got to get down low to get it. And we've got a jump ball situation. It'll stay this direction.
Let's almost go back to previous offensive possession. Here's where Tyler Davis is. Watch the sprint down the lane. He utilizes the center of the floor. Doesn't deviate at all. As the ball comes up the floor, look at him run rim to rim. Nobody's with him. Hall's too far behind, transitioning back to the defensive end. You can feel it. You go on like an 8-0 run in this game, you might lock this thing up.
Yeah, it'd be over. 6-0 run might do it. Sexton struggling from deep. Rebounded by Tyler Davis. Tony Trocha-Morelos was limited due to 2 fouls in the first half on this his senior day. He's got a mismatch with Colin Sexton if he can get it back. Hogue will take it. And it'll be out of bounds off of Tyler Davis.
I like the fact, though, that Hogue tried to drive and not settle for the three-point shot, though. And it's good awareness by DJ Hogue. He has struggled here. Oh, now 0 for 5 on the game. A lot of those type of numbers.
See what the play call is from Avery Johnson. Trying to get it to Sexton up the screen. Great defense on Petty.
Petty hurt him the first time, had 5 made three-point shots in that game at Alabama to start SEC play.
Sexton gives it up. Dazon Ingram. What do you think of that offensive set?
Better. Anytime you had some movement, you had ball rotation, with that reversal from side to side, at least force the defense to have to defend multiple sides of the floor.
Oh, that just sent Sexton flying. Billy Kennedy can't believe it. He thinks it was an acting job. It's a second on DJ Hogue.
The Oscars are this weekend, so we'll see. No, that's a foul. That's a forearm pushing off. Now, because of the way they were running, he lost his balance, which makes it look like it was Soulsmore. But that's a foul. We go back to the same set they went to on the previous possession.
Working on Starks.
And Collins settled on that shot. I think he could have got a better look. That was actually a beautiful pass. Coach Morelos wasn't ready for it.
Officials are going to discuss this one. They think it went off to Petty. Sean Casey helping out Anthony Jordan and Owen Short. Only 6 on the shot clock here.
When they bring the double team, a good quick ball reversal is going to find really high quality shots for A&M.
Coach Morelos, baseline jumper.
A lot of action going on in front, a little screen. Tyler Davis diving to the rim. It just frees up a little window for him to step to if his defensive man is asleep, which he was on that possession.
Even just the threat of DJ Hogue behind the arc helps out because he's a guy that wasn't a threat early in the season. Power move will result in a power foul. It's a first on Dante Hall.
You go back to that previous possession. Colin Sexton is guarding Chocho Morelos. He gets on the high side, and he steps away to his man cutting right to the rim. You've got to at least escort him down and make sure you talk to Dante Hall and make sure he's stepping up and closing that window. They're in a zone defense. That's fine. But you cannot just release your man and leave for somebody that's going to be catching the ball 35 feet away from the basket.
Yeah.
Those are little tiny details, Tom, that make a difference in the SEC in particular this year, where they're one-possession games more often than not. Good job by Petty, finally seeing the ball go through the rim. Let's see if that kind of ignites some offense for 23.
Here's Hogue on the skip pass. And Dejon Ingram finds it. Back and forth affair with a bucket here. Alabama will have their largest lead of the game. Three ball. Hogue finds it. Gilder. No whistle as Gilder went to the floor. Alabama will push it the other way. And Petty's leaner is an air ball. A&M just took the lead on a three, and they're looking to add to it here. Coach Morelos running the floor. Quick timeout, Avery Johnson in Alabama. They've fallen behind by 4 thanks to an Aggie run.
Offense has been hard to come by, but when you're out in transition, the defense is changes in regards to St. Louis. Going to be on the line during the course of that game.
No Michael Porter Jr. on the floor for Missouri today. He might play in the SEC tournament. A&M with their largest lead of the game, and already Colin Sexton working his way back to the free throw line. And Tyler Davis, a little banged up for the Aggies. We will check on him when we return after he took a shot below the belt. Here in Aggie, use some ice cream.
I can use some ice cream. I love ice cream. I'm addicted to ice cream. That's my sweet tooth.
There's Colin Sexton. He's had a sweet season for Alabama. A lot of folks forget about that 40-point outburst that he had against Minnesota because it happened on the same day of the Iron Bowl, and he is now at 500 career points, second only to James Robinson in freshman scoring in Alabama history. Got 40 on Minnesota in a 12 for 22 game, 12 for 22 shooting performance. Ended up being a loss. I want to know how the selection committee is going to view that game. That's their only quadrant 3 loss of the season. And they played the last 10 minutes 3-on-5. Will they take that into consideration?
It's hard because this quadrant system that's being used this year is new. And so when they released their top 16 teams originally, you heard a lot of discussion points of, okay, how does the quadrant win system work? So fine, you get a quadrant 1 victory. Are all quadrant 1 victories seen the same? The answer to that question is no.
Why not? That's why they introduced it.
Because there's a variety of, okay, if you're playing on the road versus number 1 ranked team and you get that win, then that probably should be valued more than if you got the win at, say, 74 on the road, right?
Yeah, but the whole idea is that it would
It's trying to level the playing field. Right. They're playing with the system. So how that system will be adequated on Selection Sunday, I think, is still up for interpretation. The more we change it, I think the more complicated it gets.
Okay, well, let me just simplify it then and put it in the old lingo. It probably still applies. A bad loss for Alabama this year was against Minnesota.
I don't think it's that bad of a loss, if that's what you're asking me.
Well, it's the worst loss, right?
Yeah, but because of the scenario and how the game played out.
So the question is not
still
Farnham's opinion. The question I'm asking you is, do you think the selection committee will take into account that they played 3-on-5 for the last 10 minutes?
Well, why did they play 3-on-5? And I think that's something that Alabama could have controlled in that game, so that will be held against them. Meanwhile, Robert Williams has stayed down on the ground.
After the tip in the open floor, Reese is off the mark. A&M gets possession, and Williams is going to go straight back to the locker room.
That's going to make Tyler Davis potentially back in the game. Now they're going to bring DJ Hogan. Trying to see what happens as he lays out and tips. I think it's tough to see from that angle. Did his face hit the ground?
Good question.
Yes.
His chin.
It was his chin that hit the ground there, and he stayed down, and you see him grab for his chin.
Not what A&M needed. Davis has a team-high 11 points. Savion Flagg gets tied up by Colin Sexton. That is the third on Sexton. And that's a key for Alabama. Pardon me, Petty.
And take a look at Williams as he stayed down as the ball went back up the floor in transition. And as he got up, I mean, there was no doubt that he was running the locker room.
So gets free for the jam. That's his first field goal of the game. And we're tied. A&M takes a 2-point lead. Avery Johnson Jr. Nope, he's missed a couple from deep.
This is a great week for college basketball. So much importance on these games in the final games of conference play before you get to the tournament. Champ week already beginning.
Hogue will go to the line.
You and I, partner, we're going to be at the SoCon championship game on Monday night in Asheville, North Carolina.
And Hogue to the free throw line. 70% from the season. Hogue top 10 in the SEC in three-point percentage as Tyler Davis returns. This is an A&M team that can really provide some mismatches with their size, not just on the interior, but they got guys like Hogue and Trosha Morelos who go 6'9", 6'10".
But the consistency has been lacking from beyond the arc, in particular to space out the floor better.
Dalen Smith got free. For a moment, Gilder got his hands on it, and then a foul after the fact. And it's the first on Smith. We've got two more Saturday showcase games presented by 5 Hour Energy for you today. Oklahoma State will go for a season sweep against the Jayhawks. Number 6, Kansas, already Big 12 regular season champs for the 14th straight year. That's in Stillwater. Then Louisville squares off against NC State and Raleigh. Both games also streaming live on the ESPN app. NC State, tough loss the other night at Georgia Tech. Happy with some of the ACC officiating in that one.
And let Devontae Graham in the season he's had there for Bill Self and the Jayhawks.
Does he have a claim for Big 12 Player of the Year?
Yes, he does.
A&M by 6 after the Gilder triple.
Well, Oklahoma got a nice win last night. And Trae Young didn't play outstanding, but played well enough. And
he finished with 15 or 13?
Yeah, 15 points. But for Oklahoma, that was a much-needed victory.
Nice feed. Oh, that one was halfway down out of the hand of Chandler. We've got a 6-point Texas A&M lead as Alabama needs to find some offense and a sense of urgency. Let's get you back to Kevin Connors and company.
Teammates in college than anybody in the history of college. But I think his leadership and understanding the Duke way is important. I think that's it. You need to have experience on your roster if you want to win a national championship. You can't just do it all with freshmen.
Avery Johnson Jr. gets whistled for the foul.
This could become a free throw contest down the stretch, which if you're Texas A&M, I'm not sure you're too excited about.
Well, Alabama's not much better. They're both 12th and 13th in the league. There's J.J. Chandler, 78% from the line. Four-star recruit for Billy Kennedy, coming out of Cinco Ranch. Redshirted last year.
He's got back from suspension a couple of games back. Really has not played all that well since he's returned from suspension. Coming into this one, just 3 of 12 shooting from the floor overall for J.J. Chandler.
And ends on an 8-0 run, probably a 9-0 run in the last minute 40. You mentioned that suspension for J.J. Chandler. J.J. Caldwell was dismissed after both of them were arrested. Billy Kennedy points out, listen, sometimes you have to make a tough decision, but Caldwell's only the second kid we've had to dismiss here in 7 years.
Well, Billy Kennedy, I give him credit. His leadership has been outstanding through a very difficult season. He started before the season even began with suspensions, and then you get the team back, and then you get injuries, and then you're suspending more guys. And as I always say, you get suspended once, okay, it's a mistake. You get suspended multiple times in the course of a year. That's a habit that is selfish, that breaks down a team. And to keep this team fighting the way that Billy Kennedy has been very impressive. They're 8-4 in their last 12 games. You forget they started conference play 0 for 5.
And don't forget, they started the season 11-1 with the lone loss coming to Arizona. Wins against then top 25 USC and Auburn. Then top 10, I should say. Another bucket inside.
See, that's where I think you can utilize DJ Hogue a lot against guards that are not as big or not as strong.
Yeah.
Post him up, invert your offense a little bit, allow him some freedom to go.
Sexton, beautiful dump. Dante Hall will go to the line. First bucket, second half for Hall as Alabama tries to stem the bleeding.
And Dante Hall does a nice job on the Sexton drive. You see how his shoulders were squared, able to catch and go directly up, receives the foul. But this is what I like about DJ Hogue. He has the ability to post up and finish underneath. And when he's confident and when he's got a size advantage, even if it's a slight size advantage, they continue to play through him in the post.
Alabama was dogged by missed free throws in the blowout loss at home against Florida. Missed opportunity there. Davis loses it inside. J.J. Chandler with the bigs. A&M having their way on the offensive glass against Alabama. Then Reese out with it. He was fouled hard by Hogue on a play that never happened because of the travel outside.
Question goes, cannot penalize a player for trying to dunk after a dead ball situation.
Okay. Good to know. And by the way, this is the final regular season game in the SEC. Special thanks and kudos, because the SEC officials are so open and honest with us that they share this information so we can pass it on.
So what was going to be a travel and was going to be A&M's ball now opens a door of opportunity for Alabama.
Can they take advantage? This can take the lead down to single digits with a bucket here. Alabama playing for the postseason lives. They're sitting on the bubble right now. They've lost 4 in a row. And then a foul on the drive, and that'll go against Savion Flagg. That's his third. Pardon me, that's his fourth. So the question is Avery Johnson's team, will they show some fire? Will they show a sense of urgency here in the final 10 minutes? The window of opportunity is open. A lot of standing. Ingram knifes his way through for the bucket.
They capitalize on that possession.
Yeah, it's a 3-point possession. And they got the fourth on Savion Flagg as well.
Haven't seen TJ Starks in a while. Robert Williams hasn't been back out on the floor since his jaw hit it.
Tyler Davis all alone. Beautiful feed. Follow up by Petty. He's got a couple of buckets here. In the second half, he's got 4. 8-point game. Nice denial by Reese. Shot clock at 10. They close down on Hogue. Good ball fake. Gilder steps back for 3 and barely draws iron. Hogue with the rebound, and it's taken away by John Petty. Ooh, Sexton took a shot across the forehead. It's a first on J.J. Chandler.
Watch this, though. They want to go back a couple possessions to the entry pass into Tyler Davis. First, what you're going to see is you're going to see this clear-out action by DJ Hogue. When he clears out, watch the space that's going to happen around Tyler Davis because he is wide open. Take away the defensive player, nobody in the help side position. Nice throw over the top, beautiful execution. That's called occupying the defender with a little bit of false action to vacate the help side.
Big words. What is the responsibility of the perimeter defender, the on-ball defender in that scenario?
Well, you got to close up gap. You don't want to make it easy for them to throw that pass over the top. But what you also have to have awareness of is that guy runs to ball side, and you're vacating that spot. The wing that's furthest away, they've got to slide down and drop off. So as that ball's in the air, you've got to try to react and get there in time.
Alabama will be in the one-on-one going forward. They are now in the one-on-one. As Sexton missed the front end, and then a reach-in foul 85 feet from the bucket. Third on Starks.
Here comes the free throws, partner.
It'll be Galen Smith this time. Just 27, my number's right, 27% of the season. Robert Williams still on the bench after falling on his chin earlier. 0 for 3 from the line today is Galen Smith. Dante Hall, offensive board, and a putback.
If Robert Williams is available to play, he needs to be on the court right now. Tyler Davis is sitting down. You've got no size for a team that their strength is their front court, and this is as small as a lineup as Billy Kenney's had on the floor all year.
J.J. Chandler able to draw the foul on Dejon Ingram. Fourth on Ingram. And free throws coming the rest of the way for Texas A&M. Tyler Davis back on the floor. There's a little bit more size for Texas A&M, but still no Robert Williams. We've got to find a way to statistically credit the value of the made first in a bonus free throw situation. It's worth more than just a point, right? Or the detriment of missing the front end of a one-on-one.
The detriment of missing the front end of the one-on-one, I'm okay with.
Loose ball and a foul on the open floor. And J.J. Chandler went down hard. And Ingram is just fouled out with 8:04 to go. How much is Alabama missing Herbert Jones?
Well, what we've got been told by A&M is, as far as anybody has discussed, Robert Williams is available to come back into this game. Now, I will tell you what I love right now about what I'm seeing about number 0 at the free throw line, J.J. Chandler, is outstanding hustle. He made the first one the last time, missed the second, tracked down his own rebound, and is back at the free throw line. Those are positive plays for your team.
down in a bonus situation. 9-point lead. A&M 8 of 10 from the line in the second half.
That's much better than the 3 of 10 in the first half.
Yes, yeah.
On screen for Colin Sexton. Now one coming downhill. Oh, good back cut. You should have gave it to him. TJ Starks overplayed the pressure.
Shot clock at 5. Sexton bounces. All 2 different shoes, 1 jam.
That was a very good play by Colin Sexton. Now, Hall put himself in great position, but Sexton pressure released twice on that possession to get TJ Starks out of position.
A&M continues to struggle from 3, just 3 of 18, but they track down another miss. 15th offensive rebound of the game. Trosha Morelos. Another offensive rebound for A&M.
Well, how about that's 3 straight offensive rebounds for J.J. Chandler. These fans love it here in Reed Arena.
And then they give it right back. Sexton in traffic, gets tripped up. He'll be at the free throw line when we return. Alabama's postseason hanging in the balance. They're down 7 with 6:46 to go. All right, gentlemen, thanks. ACC and Big Ten news coming your way. Here's what the SEC looks like in the top 9. Mississippi State got hammered today by LSU. Fantastic job by Will Wade in his first season on the Bayou.
Well, right now, Auburn is losing 17-9 at home to South Carolina, with Chris Silva having 9 early points for the Gamecocks. Now, remember, if Auburn loses that game, the seed line will change, I'm sure, for Lenardi, but it could give Tennessee the #1 overall seed heading into next week at St. Louis.
If they finish tied, Auburn holds the head-to-head. Auburn would still have the #1 seed. They would be co-champs. But if Auburn loses and Tennessee wins, Rick Barnes has a conference title and the #1 seed in the tournament.
I want to remind people, media projected them to finish 13th in the conference this year.
Why did you have to stress the me part of the media? Trosha Morelos. I mean, we didn't think Auburn was going to be very good either.
That's true. I thought that Texas A&M was going to win the SEC this year.
That'd be media, the weedia, and the idea.
Yeah.
Good idea. Auburn 9th in the preseason poll. What a fantastic job Bruce Pearl has done. By the way, they end up losing today. They will be the 13th SEC team out of 14 to have a 3-game losing streak during the regular season. Everybody except for Tennessee, should Auburn not come from behind.
Again, still really early in that game. Just 17-9 is the score right now. I can go back to Will Wade. I did a game down at LSU in the non-conference, and I forget who it was against. It was really memorable.
Yeah, it's obviously an important one.
But when talking to Will Wade, he said, you know what, if we could just get NIT eligible, that would be huge for our first season. And they did it. I mean, they're going to be in the NIT this year, and with the talented young core and the system that he's put into place and the recruiting that he's been able to accomplish, just really successful first season for Will Wade.
Tony Trosha Morelos trying to plead his case on senior day. His mother wondering exactly why the whistle was against him. Mom Betty watching him for the very first time here in College Station. Right from her homeland in Cartagena, Colombia. You're talking about LSU going to the NIT. Why not pick LSU to make some noise in St. Louis? A little leaner goes for 6. Jamal Waters has been fantastic this season. That guy's a game changer. We've got a changing game here. It's all of a sudden a 2-point contest.
The resiliency of Alabama right now, and A&M has become stagnant. And this all started with the Tyler Davis dead ball technical foul. At that point in time, it looked like A&M was in control of the game. They had just created a travel opportunity. It was going to be their ball. Instead, it turns into a 3-point play for Alabama.
It's a 14-5 run since the technical. And we are now tied. Colin Sexton's got 20, his 10th 20-point game of the season, and Alabama on a 9-0 run. Timeout, Texas A&M. We have yet to see Robert Williams return to the game after he cut his lip falling on the court. We are all locked up at 52. 5 minutes left for Alabama.
An awareness that he can knock it down.
And he's been playing hurt most of the season with an abdominal strain. He'll play hurt the rest of the way. The only question is, where does the road go for Alabama? We'll wave that one off. We got to travel on Texas A&M. Alabama will have a chance to take the lead. They're on a 9-0 run. And the Aggies now scoreless over the last 3+ minutes. 0 for their last 6.
And if you're Avery Johnson, you know what play I want to dial up? Colin Sexton turning the corner. A little floater again. I go right back to it.
Sexton dumps it off, and Hall lost the handle. He gets fouled by Trosha Morelos.
What an awareness from Colin Sexton. I saw it a couple possessions ago when he found Hall for the dunk. That time again, pressure release. When you are being pressured offensively, back cut with purpose, change of pace, change of direction. That's exactly what Colin Sexton did to get that ball and give Hall the opportunity to get to the free throw line.
It's now a 17-5 run since the technical.
There's the back cut against J.J. Chandler, and then the foul underneath. Robert Williams is back in the game.
It was a long time sitting.
The question is, if he was able to come back, why not go back to him sooner? We'll see how effective he can be.
11 ties, 14 lead changes in this one. Good ball movement. And Williams finds Davis.
One of the most underrated aspects of Robert Williams' game is his passing ability. And you saw it right there. The ball hit his hands. He knew exactly where his fellow big was going to be and delivered it.
Sexton trying to take over. Forgot the basketball.
Robert Williams, watch this, gets the ball swung right to him, and as soon as he gets it, it is a quick flick right to Tyler Davis, able to knock down the shot. Beautiful ball movement that time by A&M.
Surprise, surprise, an SEC game close late. Chandler got in the air, finds Hogue. Got it! Big time 3 from DJ Hogue. A&M by 4. Key gives it up. And another Alabama turnover. Second consecutive possession. They've given it up after they took the lead.
Well, you need big players making big plays down the stretch of this game. And for Alabama, it has been. Cannot wait for Bruins, Trojans. What a great week for Steve Alford. Picked up Sharif O'Neal, Shaquille O'Neal's son. Former commitment to Arizona. Committed to UCLA. They now have 5 top 100 recruits. That's pretty good.
That's really good.
They need wins though if they want to make the tournament.
Tyler Davis gets to the rim and rocks it. He's got 17. Aggies up by 6.
A nice run here by A&M and a strong move clearing out the defense by Tyler Davis.
All out to Petty. Fantastic defense by Gilder. And a foul, no, whistle away from the ball. What do we got? A clock situation? Anthony Jordan's going to send both Alabama find a clean look with 7 seconds on the shot clock.
Well, you got Colin Sexton going towards the basket. Got to give him the ball now. Elevate up instead of screen for him, run away, or clear out space if he feels like he can go one-on-one.
Behind the back, through the legs. It's a challenge 2, and it skips off.
You love that shot if you're A&M.
Yeah. Bama needs a stop. Colin Sexton communicating with Avery Johnson, making sure they're in the right defenses. They go man. And against man. Galen Smith with a hold.
It's the same play they ran earlier that we showed you in the illustration. Occupying the ball side, vacating that spot, throwing up over the top, and it worked absolutely brilliant once again. Tyler Davis elevates up. No help side rotation. The only thing you can do there is foul or give up the dunk. And if you're playing the percentages, you foul.
47% from the line on the season. First point, second half for Robert Williams, sophomore from Oil City, Louisiana. Was a projected lottery pick. Came back to school. Missing time with a concussion. Has been inconsistent this season. That'll be the first, and Williams.
Let's see if you're calling Sexton. You can slow this game down. You can get to the free throw line and manufacture points. I thought he should have attacked on that last possession late in the shot clock. 7 seconds, plenty of time to drive.
He's been great from the line late. Better late than he is overall. And that one will trickle home. 21 for Colin Sexton. His 40 points earlier this season against Minnesota, an Alabama freshman record. First in school history since Reggie King dropped 43 on Virginia in '79. He was a scoring machine, but hadn't been automatic from the free throw line today. A&M on an 8-1 run. Great save by Hogue. Davis takes it himself. Big time bucket.
That's the aspect of his game that's really improved. That was a travel.
Braxton Key now. Alabama down 8. Scoreless in the last 3.5. They'll remain scoreless. In crunch time, A&M making the plays.
Push it and go.
Aggies content to work the clock. Avery Johnson says don't foul. Got to get a stop. 4 on the shot clock. Gilder trapped in the corner. Steps through. Throws it up. And will track it down. Aggies had a chance at it. 105 to go here. Let's get you to the studio. Check in with Kevin Connors.
Yeah, Tom, exciting one there in College Station. And we got a Hagler-Hearns matchup right now over on the app. TCU.
Aggie.
11 double-double of his season, and 6 of his 19 have come in the last 4 minutes. An overplay on the perimeter, near steal for Admon Gilder. Under a minute to go. 8-point deficit. Remember Jay Williams and Duke against Maryland? Remember Virginia against Louisville? No game over till it's over. And Alabama needs some offense. Sexton. Working on Davis. Rejected with the left by Tyler Davis. It will be Alabama basketball after the block and a foul on J.J. Chandler. How about the left hand?
Great job by Tyler Davis just swiping that one out.
So Braxton Key to the free throw line. 68% on the season. Alabama much better from the line in the second half. They've made 50% of their free throws since the break. And that's an improvement. Key is scoreless today. Joshua Morelos and TJ Starks both return.
I thought J.J. Chandler gave some really good minutes for Billy Kennedy in the second half. His activity, his energy, his on-ball defense, very strong for A&M.
Senior playing his last 48 seconds at home. Number 10 in white. Key knocks them both down. Leads down to 6. Davis doubled. Ooh, they get Sexton for the reach. He thought it was clean. Pardon me, that's going to be on Smith. Double bonus now for A&M, and Tyler Davis going to the line for 2.
J.J. Chandler and Robert Williams check right back into the game. A little offense-defense substitution.
Davis wants a towel off again.
Well, that's a lane violation. Now, see, the official had already given the ball before Colin Sexton had walked in there. That should have been allowed to shoot, and then if he missed it, a reshoot. I don't agree with setting this one back up. See, he should have another opportunity.
I don't disagree with you.
I mean, Tyler Davis toweled his hands off 3 times. If you don't have enough time with Colin Sexton to get to your spot on the floor, that's on you.
Sweating like our producer when we got the check at the Republic last night. Davis has 20. Penny challenge 3. Whoa, it goes. That's what he can do. His first triple of the night. Makes it a 4-point game with 38.7 left.
Petty has an unbelievable knack for Hickman in the Big Ten. What happened in the Pac-12? What happened in the WCC?
They're going to try to chase down Gilbert. And he wins the race across midcourt and then a reach in. I think if you're Alabama, you're going to become big fans of teams like Middle Tennessee State in Conference USA. Can they win that tournament? Can Loyola win the Valley? Can some of these teams hold on to what are Amon Gilbert, 83% from the line on the season? We'll have 2 free throws coming his way.
And all of that was unnecessary. The last 5 minutes were completely unnecessary. Should not have happened. And again, I don't know why you stand up and cheer for a guy that was ejected from your game.
Gilbert knocks down 2 big ones. Now 2 more coming. First 2 were for the common foul and now the technical. I stand corrected. I said the biggest issue for Sexton would be the 4th personal foul. It also added an additional 2 free throws when he told TJ Starks to shut him up.
Well, now you need to knock these down for Colin Sexton. You need both these free throws. You'll have the ball. You'll be down by 5 with 32 seconds left to go.
There's his backdrop.
All right, so 5-point lead. Alabama's ball. They get in midcourt. I think if you're Colin Sexton, you got to get downhill in a hurry. Try to force that defense to react to you as you drive.
Penny throws up a 3, wanted a whistle. Alabama catches a break. They're down 5. They throw up a 2. That is a 2 and a foul on the shot.
Again, if you're wondering what the unsportsmanlike conduct
Up the ACC. So Braxton Key to the free throw line. Still a lot of time left in this game.
Do you remember when neither team could make a free throw?
Yeah.
I mean, it was most of the game, and now all of a sudden you have these technical fouls and everybody's making the free throws. Obviously, goes without stating how important these free throws are for Alabama. It is now a 1-possession game.
He has only scored from the free throw line, and he's only scored in the second half. This will be the 23rd free throw attempt in the second half for Alabama. He goes 2 of 3. Hall got his hands on it, and the loose ball belongs to Alabama. Down 3, 16 seconds left.
You don't need the 3.
Sexton gives it up. This is for the tie, and it is short. Sexton has it poked away. Alabama basketball.
But this play will be under review.
Sexton, remember, has 4, and so it's a quick foul from Braxton Key. And he'll put DJ Hogue at the free throw line. 3.1 left on the clock. Hogue can make it a 2-possession game with 1 make out of his 2 free throws. I don't want to say that's going to do it. We might still have 6 free throw attempts left in this game.
Right now, 14 of 19 in the second half from the free throw line are the Aggies. They get 15.
The lead is 5.
Don't foul.
Sexton finally touches it near midcourt. He gives it up. Key for 3 at the buzzer. That'll count. That'll matter to some, but it won't matter for a win for Alabama. A&M wins their final home game for Tony Trocha Morelos on Senior Day. The free throw contest goes.